Good morning. So, thank you, Rosalie, for pointing out that we're on air. I'm Fran Watson. I'm the practitioner who is taking us through meditation and the treatment through our service later on this morning. So just welcome to our community. Welcome to this time for you. Welcome to you. So grateful to be here with you this morning. So this morning I wanted to do a practice. I invite you to join me with this. It's an ancient Vedic practice called neti neti, meaning not this, not that, or neither this nor that. And that's referring to the ideas we have about our thoughts, the things that arise in our experience, our emotions, our feelings, our work, and recognizing that we are not our thoughts, we are not our feelings, we are not this or that. We're something much more, much, much more. But it's an opportunity to sort through and recognize the truth of who we really are through recognizing what we're not. So to do this, you're just going to sit quietly, enjoying the space that you're in and feeling yourself resting into your chair, your sofa, whatever surface you're sitting upon. And just letting gravity hug you, support you, feeling the earth rise to meet you, nourish you, and allow you to know the depth of your connection, your union with all that is. Nature itself, you are that. Breathing deeply into your belly and your hips. And as you breathe out, let the air cross your lips, sending a signal to your brain, to your nervous system that you're safe. And again, letting anything that is pulling at you, your distractions, and gently let them sit beside you on the ground, knowing you'll be fresh and energized again. This load that you're carrying will be very light after this time for you. And as you're sitting, thoughts will arise. A thought. And as you observe it, you might say to yourself, neti, neti, neti. The first neti means I am not this thought. The second neti, I am not the thought thinking this thought. And the third neti, I am not thought. Neti, neti, neti. So receiving your thoughts and imagining you're the sky, this observing self is the sky, and all these thoughts, emotions, sensations that arise are weather, cloud, bright sunshine, whatever is there. You are the sky, eternal, spacious, unchanging. And so we'll just do this practice in silence until you hear my voice again. Remembering these words, neti, neti, neti. Neti, neti, neti. Under all these ideas of who we are and who we are not, there's one greater truth. We are all of it and none of it. I hold fast to the truth at the center of all being. And so it is. Just wiggling your fingers, your toes. You may wish to rub your hands together, bathe your face with your warm energy, and come into the room that you're in again, feeling yourself alive, expressing the divine in the way that you do. And we will see you again in about 10 minutes for our service starting at 10:30. Thanks for being with us. Namaste.
Life is a journey, not a destination. There are no mistakes, just chances we've taken. Lay down your regrets, 'cause all we have is now. Wake up in the morning and get out of bed. Start making a mental list in my head of all the things I am grateful for. Early in the morning, it's the dawn of a new day. New hopes, new dreams, new ways. Open up my eyes and open up my mind, and I wonder how life will surprise me. Early in the morning, it's the dawn of a new day. New hopes, new dreams, new ways. Open up my heart and gonna do my part and make this a positive, beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Life is a challenge, not a competition. Still smell the roses and be on a mission. Just take a moment, get in touch with your heart. 'Cause sometimes you feel like you got something to prove. Just remind yourself there's only one you, and take a moment, give thanks for who you are. Early in the morning, it's the dawn of a new day. New hopes, new dreams, new ways. Open up my eyes and open up my mind, and I wonder how life will surprise me today. Early in the morning, dawn of a new day. New hopes, new dreams, new ways. Gonna do my part and open up my heart and make this a positive, beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's so wonderful. It's make this a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Life is a journey, not a destination. There are no mistakes, just chances we've taken. Lay down your regrets, 'cause all we have is now.
You got it in.
Yeah, elevation. Good morning, everybody. How are ya? It's wonderful to see everybody here, and it's wonderful to see you all there out in Love Stream Land. That's what I'm naming it from now on, Love Stream Land. I want to welcome everybody to the Center for Spiritual Living, and can we advance my slide, please? It doesn't seem to be moving. Okay, which is actually a good thing because I'm not going to talk too much about the slide that's supposed to come up right now about all the different faith traditions, because I'm going to, oh, there it is. So I'm not going to talk much about that. I just needed to make a big deal about it because it wasn't up. But we do honor everybody who has found their way here, either through the Love Stream or here. And to introduce myself, I'm Pat Campbell, and I am the spiritual director of the center. And as it says there on the slide, we honor all paths. We honor whatever path that you are on. We've got 6 billion people on this planet, 8 billion people on this planet, and we are one way to to be with the divine, but we aren't the only way. So welcome to everybody here. I'd like to ask, is there anybody who is here for the first time? We'd just like to say hi and welcome you. No? Okay, everybody here, if you're on Lovestream, if you'll just let us know in the chat that you're here for the first time, we just know that you're absolutely welcome. We're so pleased that everyone is here. We're going to start out by singing our Kong song. It's everybody's favorite Kong song, and I know that. And we're going to actually sing it for the next few weeks, and I have a reason for it. So let's stand up and sing One Power. If you don't know it, then just listen to the words, because it's so beautiful.
One power. Everywhere and every day. It's one power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth. As simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul or it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. It's the power of love in you and me. One power, one power is what we are. One power, one power. It's the moment of creation. It's an everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby. The serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon for the love that's most deep. It's one power. It's one power. What we are is one power. It's the power of the love that lives forever in you and me. It's the power of the love in you and
Represent us. But once again, I'm going to talk about that just a little bit. So let me tell you what's going on here at the center. And as always, if you miss an announcement or you don't know how to find the Zoom code or you want some more information, you can always go to the newsletter or to the website. If you don't get the newsletter, you can let the office know and we'll get you signed up for the newsletter because we've got everything in there. It's a full service newsletter. So let me tell you what's going on. We've got this Wednesday, we are starting a new class. It's being facilitated by practitioner Lance Raff and Reverend Marjorie Contenti called Treat Yourself Spiritually. There's a lot of kind of mystery around this idea of spiritual mind treatment, which is our form of affirmative prayer. But there isn't mystery. We just think that there's mystery. So take this course if you want to learn more about the process, if you want to know more about how to pray effectively using spiritual mind treatment. This would be the class for you. It's an online course. I believe it's 7 weeks, or Lance, is it 5 weeks? 7 weeks, thank you, from 7 to 8:15 via Zoom. Again, information in the newsletter and on the website. And if you have any questions, you can ask Lance and he can fill you in. But from what I've heard from people who've taken the course before, it is extremely effective, both for newcomers and also people who have been around a little while and just want a refresher. So I strongly recommend that course. So our urban farm is coming back. Yay! Who's excited? This is our 4th or 5th year of having the farm right over here. It isn't a community garden, but we actually have a farmer who farms it for as a part of a collective, and then provides produce, or produce, if that's how you pronounce it. Some people do, for like 16 weeks of produce for a very, very reasonable amount. And he grows wonderful produce. So Michael will actually be here next week to talk to you a little bit about it. But you can, again, look in the newsletter on the website for more information and how you can buy into a share of that. So we have this new thing that's happening with our practitioners who... These people are so skilled, and they are so absolutely wonderful at what they do in getting results using spiritual mind treatment that I just talked about. So after service, we have people who will do spiritual mind treatment with you here, if you are physically here. If you are on the Love Stream, we also have a way of you having treatment as well. It's a little bit complicated to get to, but once again, where can you find the information? In the newsletter, on the website, yes. So you can go to the Zoom code on the newsletter, or you can go to the website under events calendar and then post-Sunday treatment. Go on that, and our beautiful practitioner, Fran Watson, will be there to do treatment with you. So this is a gift that our practitioners are giving you. It's a wonderful, generous way of being in service in that way. I want to thank everybody who worked on the casino, because I know there were a lot of people. So if you were part of our casino team, which was Wednesday and Thursday night, would you stand up so that we can thank you and acknowledge you? I know who you are. I know who you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. You know, as I say, whenever we get ready to do a casino, this is our biggest fundraiser, and it takes about 30 or 40 people to make it happen. Our general manager was Sharon Faulkner. We also had Kathy Matthews, who isn't here today, who was kind of our board person overseeing everything. And so thank you, everybody, for being in service. Not only is it important to the center, but it's also kind of fun. So anyway, 18 months, we'll be looking for you again. And then our ongoing programs, Consciousness Seekers, Mondays at 7, Coffee with Dr. Papp, Wednesdays at noon, Thursday meditation with ministers and practitioners at 7, the Saging Circle for our Wisdom Keepers, Saturdays at 10, and Laughter Yoga is the second Friday of the month from 6:30 to 7:30, facilitated again by Sharon Faulkner and Heather Baradia. So I think that's it. Did I miss anything, Lance? Did I get everything? Phew! That's a lot of announcements. We're starting to get going. Oh, we have coffee service, again, starting today. Thank you to Marty Levi for putting that together. And our fun day is back in session. So any of you who have kids ages 4 to 11, we'd love to see them. We've got a wonderful program always set up for them. So lots and lots of things going on as we continue to unfold and open up again. Okay, so now we've done all our business now. Now we're going to get to the sacred part. So Amy is going to lead us in a chant. And then Franny will give us our spiritual mind treatment and also lead us in our vision and mission statement. So I invite you now to just go within. Go to that place of communion with the One.
I am opening. I am opening my heart. Is ready to
this moment to this one, this vastness, this beautiful expansion that expresses itself through life everywhere, through everything that exists, has ever existed, will ever exist. This one, this divine expression of beauty, of glorious babies, puppies, kittens, all those wonderful things that we love to gaze upon. The great sky, the magnificent planets, the perfection of my own hand. This one right here and right now. This one that beats my heart, breathes my breath, speaks my word. And this word I speak is for each one who is listening, each one who can hear. Knowing it is true for me, it is true for you, wherever you may be. And right this moment, I hold fast to the truth of who I really am. And I know who I am, I know who I am not. I am not my judgments. I am compassion. I am not my relationships. I am the divine connected to all life, expressing itself in relationship to all that is. I'm not my work. I am the divine expressing itself through me, through right action, through the things that bring joy and service and beauty to this world. I am not my opinions. I am just the divine playing with the power of my mind. I am not my body. I am the divine playing with outfits like a doll. This place of trying on new adventures through me. I'm not my experiences. I am a divine adventure, exploring all paths and opportunities that take me back home again safely. I am all of it. I am love. I am expansion and joy and peace at the core of it all. I'm so grateful to know this truth, to know who I am and who I am not, which brings me to a greater stillness for my enjoyment, for this great spirit to know itself through me. And with this knowing, this joy, this peace, I release my word into the law, knowing it is expressed through me. And together we affirm, and so it is.
I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive.
have a vision statement. It's that vision that pulls us forward as a community. It's what we're deeply committed to. So please join me in saying it out loud. The Calgary Center for Spiritual Living is a beacon of spiritual illumination that inspires individuals to reveal their wholeness, co-creating a world that works for everyone. And as hands and feet of the divine, we achieve our mission through these words. Please join me again. The Calgary Center for Spiritual Living makes accessible a way of living and thinking that reveals one's spiritual magnificence and personal power. We co-create an inclusive community that fosters an expansion of consciousness.
Thank you, Fran, very much. Thank you, Amy and John, for that beautiful chant. And you may notice that our makeup of elevation is just a little bit today, but that's actually such a blessing to us because we have such depth in our music department that if one can't make it, we've got someone else. So I'd like to call attention, please, to Robin Harris, who is our drummer today. And also John Day. We see John pretty often, but it's wonderful. Thank you. And these songs were both my choice. So if you don't like them, take it up with Amy because she wrote this one.
There's more than one road to every destination. There's more than one path to any place you go. And the clearest way for me might be the wrong road for you. Different paths, but you get to choose. 'Cause there's more than one road. More than one road. There's more than one road to get you where you're going. We are all unique expressions of an ever-present spirit. It's in all that we are, and in every voice you hear it. There is only one life, but how you live, that's your decision. You can carry it along, or you can choose to have a vision. 'Cause there's more than one road. More than one road. There's more than one road. Get you where you're going. There are people on this earth. There's more than one road. More than one road. There's more get you where you're going. There's more than one road. There's more than one road. There's more than one road. Get you where you're going. Get you where you're going.
Woo!
Thank you.
Elevation!
Very nice.
Featuring Amy Bishop. With Lisa Jacobs, Rob Harris, and John Day. Pretty good. Pretty good. Hello, want to dance? John, I was thinking about you when Amy was singing It's a Beautiful Day. Yeah, that's your last name, John Day. Did you go there? They're very patient with me as I use them as my foils. Oh, Sharon, could you bring my clicker or someone? Thank you, dear. Cute outfit. Wow. We're very, very serious here, as you can see. Okay. So would you breathe with me, please? Taking a deep breath. And again. And one more time at your own pace. Isn't that lovely to breathe together like that? It's one of my favorite parts of the whole morning is breathing together. So the reason that I skipped our slide with all the different faith traditions about it, around it, and didn't talk that much about it, is because I knew what the topic was going to be about. And every week I talk about the fact that we're a faith tradition that honors all faith traditions. Now, we may not practice them all, because obviously that would be pretty difficult to do, but we do understand that there is a golden thread of truth that kind of makes its way through them and ties them all together. In other words, no matter what your particular faith tradition is, we believe that the same essence with a capital E, the same L with a capital, life with a capital L, and the same B, breath with a capital B, flows through them. And that's one of the things that we love the best about our teaching. Would you say yes? We love singing one power. Everybody just belts that out with everything that they've got. Of course, we're all pretending that we're Amy singing that song. But still, we just are belting it out. We want to sing about the one power. We love talking about our inclusivity and how everybody is so welcome here. We love this open-minded philosophy. At least we say we do. So we're going to put that a little bit to the test today. Because I recently realized, in kind of looking over the calendar, and this is what I do. I got to kind of stay relevant with things. And I realized that the three major Abrahamic faith traditions, Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, all have major holy days during the month of April this year. And by Abrahamic, if you're not familiar with that term, what that means is that the faith traditions that stem from the beliefs of Abraham of the Old Testament. So the reason this is significant, because those three holidays, we've got Ramadan, we've got Passover, and we have Easter, don't often happen at the same time during the year. Easter and Passover do, but not Ramadan. And the reason for that is because the Islamic calendar is based on a lunar cycle, so it follows the moon and the cycles of the moon. So its holidays change throughout the year, whereas most of our holidays stay the same. Easter and Passover kind of sort of follow the moon, but I'll talk about that another time. So today, we're going to learn about the Islamic holy day of Ramadan. Yes? Woo! Who's excited? Okay, some of you are excited. So you're going to be by the time I'm done. So Ramadan actually started yesterday, and it goes on and it is observed for an entire month. And it commemorates the period when the Holy Quran was being revealed to the Prophet Muhammad. And it is the most sacred observance of the Islamic religion. Now, in case you're wondering if you've somehow happened into a world's religions class by accident, rest easy, because you know me, right? You know that I'm going to turn it into a metaphysical lesson because that's what I do. But part of our goal, my goal in doing this is for us to learn a little bit more about a different faith and to find similarities instead of differences. So who's with me? Yeah? All right. Okay, that's a few more. It's not plugged in again. Huh? It's my biggest fan. It's just a little warm up here. Maybe we could just keep that plugged in from now on. In the wall, Amy, behind you?
Yeah, that makes more sense than me trying to push button.
Thank you. Yes. Okay. She sings, she prays, she plugs things in. I know. Now, I realize that, thank you, oh, that feels good. I realize that, some of these faiths that we're talking about don't appear to have a whole lot in common with our somewhat free-for-all New Thought teachings. However, if what we teach and what we believe in is true, that we are all connected via the one mind, then we absolutely can find things in common. Case in point, the belief in a one power, the belief in one presence, one mind, no matter what we call it. Muslims believe they are monotheistic, one God. One God. And this is how Ernest Holmes talked about it. He said, there is a supreme power which is the creator and source of all that is. This power has been designated by many names, among them God, Spirit, Infinite Intelligence, Divine Mind, Reality, and of course, all the other names used to identify it in the other great religions of the world. So we are recognizing the one power that we all are part of. So in order to understand Ramadan, I had to do a little bit of research, and all I can say is thank God for the internet. Yes? Yes. So Ramadan is observed in the 9th month of the Islamic calendar. And it begins, this is super interesting, it begins when the crescent moon, meaning the new moon, is seen for the first time in that 9th month, and then it ends when the crescent moon happens again about 29 or 30 days later. And the main practice of Ramadan is to fast from eating and drinking from sunrise to sundown every day for that entire month. Now, if you think about it, because Ramadan moves throughout the year, right? Fasting from sunrise to sundown in the winter months, no big deal, right? Gets light at 9, gets dark at 4:30. Hey, I could do that. But imagine having that same amount of discipline in the summer months when it gets light at 5 a.m. and it doesn't get dark until 11. It gives a whole new meaning to being hangry. So Muslims do this practice of fasting because they believe thoroughly that, number one, it is a commandment from Allah. Number two, that it brings them closer to God. It teaches them discipline and restraint. It's mind clearing. And it's good for you physically. Now, in addition to fasting from food and drink during the daylight hours, they also fast from, see if you could do this, alcohol, tobacco, swearing, insulting, lying, fighting, and having sex. Right? So you can see this is a pretty rigorous practice, right? And yet the ultimate goal is to become a good person, what the Muslims call a righteous person. So it kind of sounds like what we as metaphysicians are striving for as well, doesn't it? Now, granted, it's done in a more restrictive way, but the result is the same. We all strive to be good, healthy, clear-minded, spiritual people who love the God of our understanding. Now, in case you have a reaction to the word righteous, because I kind of did, it's not like, hey, righteous, like it was back in the 70s. Okay, I'm old, what can I say? But, some people have a buzz around that word. So here's how Ernest Holmes described it, just to make you feel better. He wrote, a righteous person means one who is right with the universe, one who lives in accord with divine nature, one who lives in harmony with good. So are you righteous? Yes. You guys, I'm working hard up here. Are you righteous? Yeah. So as you can see, when we remove our Western preconceptions, and our prejudices about it, there really are some similarities here, even if we go about it differently. In fact, in my research on the beloved internet, I found out that many faith traditions practice fasting at one time or another. For example, Catholics fast on Good Friday and Ash Wednesday. Jews observe 6 days of fasting around the High Holy Days, which is in September. Hindus fast during the new moon and during festivals. I did not know this. Did you know that Mormons fast the first Sunday of the month? I did not know that. Not to mention Buddhists and Taoists and Jains, all of whom have fasting practices. And what about the practice of Lent? What is Lent other than a fasting of sorts in order to purify the mind and body? Then you have this brand new health kick that people are doing now called intermittent fasting. I mean, I know people who are having great benefit from this intermittent fasting. They're releasing weight, they're feeling good, they're clear-minded. And please understand, I'm not advocating fasting from food and drink as a spiritual practice unless it calls to you. It doesn't call to me, clearly. So, but my reason for talking about it, and the reason why I wanted to bring it up today, is to segue into the kind of fasting that we can do as people of new thought, as metaphysicians. And that is fasting from negativity, which is, as you know, very challenging these days. We are inundated with negative news and TV shows and stories and gossip and movies and people. I mean, it's everywhere. Take, for instance, what happened at the Oscars last week. Now, I know people are tired about it, but it fascinated me to see how invested people were in that negative story. And I include myself in that. I got caught up in it. I did. I was reading everything and and tisking and well, And the irony was that the Oscars that night, a week ago, contained one of the most heartwarming stories that we've had in a long time, and that is a movie about the life and times of a deaf family. And that movie won the Best Picture Oscar. We should be celebrating that, but instead what captivated us was the slap heard round the world. So why do you suppose that is? Why do you think that is? Why are we so primed to focus on the negative and almost impervious to the positive? Maybe it's because for the past several years, and I'd say certainly for the past 2 years, I'd even say, go further and say about the past 8 years, we have been living with non-stop negativity and bad news. And we haven't been protecting ourselves from it. By contrast, when COVID came in and it became our reality 2 years ago, almost all of us upped our intake of supplements and foods in order to increase our physical immunity. And we did what we were told, most of us, and we wore masks and we socially distanced to protect ourselves from others. But did we take the same precautions to defend ourselves from the virus of fear and negativity and anger that was all around us? And I'll be the first to admit, I did not do nearly as much as I could have. Many times I got really, really focused in the drama and the fear. Now, in my defense, it's difficult to escape if I want to stay relevant and informed on my job. I mean, I kind of need to know what's going on in the world, right? So the question becomes then, how do we stay informed and relevant and still protect ourselves from negativity? Anybody want to field that question? Okay, I will. How do we live in this world but not be of it, as the master teacher Jesus would say? We do it by remembering exactly that we live in this material world, but we are not of it. Another way of putting it, which is one of our slogans and phrases, is we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And that human experience keeps us in that energy of negativity and drama and turmoil. Whereas the spiritual being of us can see it for what it really is. An opportunity to grow and to learn and to transcend or rise above the drama, the world of effect. We can see it when we allow ourselves to be, when we go into our spirit selves, we can see it as part of our soul's evolution, our evolution toward understanding. Ernest Holmes put it this way: we can all conceive of a greater good than we have so far experienced. We all have the ability to transcend previous experiences and rise triumphant above them, but we shall never triumph over them while we persist in going through the old mental reactions. In other words, we need to do things differently. So when we find ourselves mired in the world drama, we have that opportunity to remember this is not the spiritual truth, just like Friend's meditation and her treatment today, where she said, I am not this, I am this. So we have the opportunity to remember that what we're seeing here is not the spiritual truth. It is the world of effect. And then we can choose to consciously, on purpose, rise above it. One of our long-time, old-time metaphysical teachers was Emmett Fox. He wrote a little pamphlet called The Golden Key. And this is how we do it. Stop thinking about the difficulty, whatever it is, and think about God instead. I learned it as don't think about turn away from the problem. Turn away from the problem. That is the essence of mental fasting. Stop thinking about the difficulty, whatever it is, and think about God instead, whatever God means to you. If it's called love or intelligence or Allah or all the other things that we talk about and we sing about, turn away from the problem and think about that instead. So that brings us back to these other traditions that use physical fasting to achieve closeness with the divine. I'm going to propose that mental fasting can help achieve the same benefits and maybe even more. Do you agree with me? The mental fasting, absolutely. Because here's the deal, all fasting requires some sort of discipline and some sort of a commitment. But one of the differences is, with physical fasting, you know that eventually it's going to end, right? For instance, after sundown during Ramadan, the Muslims eat a substantial meal. It's called iftar, and it basically means breakfast, break fast, iftar. And then at the end of Ramadan, after the 29 or 30 days, there is a huge party. It's called Eid al-Fitr. So if you get invited to Eid al-Fitr, know that that's a great compliment, and you are being invited to quite the party. So physical fasting is tough. It is. It takes a lot. But if you're doing it, you know it's going to come to an end eventually. But fasting from negativity is an ongoing process. However, the good news, and there is good news, we're always looking for good news. The good news is when we do our mental fasting on a regular basis, it feels good. Yeah. It's joyful. It feels clean. It's empowering. So when we find ourselves dropping down into that sea of negativity, and it's going to happen. Come on. It's going to happen. We are human. Spiritual beings having a human experience, so it's going to happen. But when we find it, it's icky. Have you ever noticed after a while it just starts to feel icky? And when we get to that place, and we can't wait to get started again, to hold fast to what we know to be true. So we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and we will turn away from the problem. And we will think about God instead. Isn't this thing called life a glorious adventure? Do you love it? Do you love it? Me too. So next week, we're going to learn about Passover. We're also going to do New Member Sunday. I know we got new members here. We got new members there. So if you are going to physically be here, please be here. We're also going to celebrate you in the love stream. So Passover and New Member Sunday next week. And then the week following is Easter, metaphysical style. Thanks for being here, and so it is. So this song that our wonderful Elevation is doing is so one of my faves. So one of my faves, and you're going to recognize it immediately. So please welcome Elevation featuring Amy Bishop.
When I was a child each week, Sunday we'd go to church, pay attention to the priest, and he would read the holy word, consecrate the holy bread, and everyone would kneel and bow. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. Everything everything is holy now. When I went to Sunday school, we would learn about the time Moses split the sea in two, and Jesus made the water wine. And I remember feeling bad that miracles would happen still, but now I can't keep track, 'cause everything's a miracle. Everything's a miracle. Wine from water is not so small, but an even better magic trick is that anything is here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, but in seeing where there isn't one. When holy water was rare at best, I could barely wet my fingertips, but now I've got to hold my breath, 'cause I'm swimming in a sea of it. Used to be a world out there, having second-rate hand-me-downs, but now I walk with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now. A questioning child's face and say it's not a testament. Will that be very hard to say? See another new morning come and say it's not a sacrament. Will I tell you that it can't be done? This morning outside I stood, saw a little red-winged bird shining like a burning bush and singing like a scripture verse. Made me wanna bow my head, 'cause I remember when church let out how things have changed since then, 'cause everything is holy now. Used to be a world out there, having second-rate hand-me-down. Now I walk with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Oh, everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Everything is holy now.
Elevation! I have loved that song for so many years, several verses. But the one, it just happened to me now. My eyes kind of got, filled with tears. My nose started feeling a little funny, and that's when she sings about the little red-winged bird shining like a burning bush and singing like a scripture verse. Oh my God. It's so sweet and it's so true. Right there in that moment. It's holy. Did you see last night's sunset? Holy. Holy. Whew. Sorry, I'm a little verklempt this morning. So this is the time when I get to talk to you about how you can support the center financially. Thank you again to our casino workers. It made a huge, big difference. And also, we are, other than the casino, we are 100% supported by donations from our members and people who attend. And so if you're online, here are the ways that you can do it. E-transfer, website, call and talk to Lance, send a check. You can be part of our conscious commitment where it just is taken out of your account once a month. And that way you're supporting it whether you're here or not. We have something like 59 or 60 people on our conscious commitment, and we will take you as well. If you'd like to, you can talk to Lance about that. And so I'm going to invite everybody to take your tithe, your offering, your donation, and hold it to your heart. Just think about the love that we experience here and just infuse that love into this gift, this participation in the law of circulation, whether you are actually putting something in, if you're putting a blue card in, if you give once a month, however, just think about that holy law of circulation. And let's say our conscious giving affirmation together. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I give returns to me multiplied abundantly. I am so blessed, and so it is. And so it is, and we're going to sing, I Thank Love for Everything.
1, 2, 3. I thank love for everything. 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 I thank love for everything.
Okay, we're going to do our closing. So if you're new to this, all you do is rub your hands together and get good energy going, get all that love, all that good juju. We're going to send it out into the world to wherever it needs. If you need to send it to yourself, do that. If you want to send it out however that is, we're going to do it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Whoosh. Have a wonderful week. Thanks for being here. Thanks for tuning in. I love you. Bye.
Struck by lightning sounds pretty frightening, but you know the chances are so small. Hit by a bee sting, nothing but a bee thing. Better chance you're gonna buy it at the mall. There's a 23 or 4 to 1 that you can fall in love by the end of this song. So get up, tell the bookie, put a bet on, not a damn thing will go wrong. Odds are that we will probably be alright. Odds are we're gonna be alright. Odds are we're gonna be alright tonight. Odds are that we will probably be alright. Odds are we're gonna be alright. Odds are we're gonna be alright for another night. Hit by the A train, crashed in an airplane. Wouldn't recommend either one. Killed by a great white or a meteorite. Guess there ain't no way to go, that's fun. But somewhere in the world, someone is gonna fall in love by the end of this song. So get up, no it's never gonna let up, so you might as well sing along, yeah. Odds are that we will probably be alright. Odds are we're gonna be alright. Odds are we're gonna be alright tonight. Odds are that we probably be alright. Odds are we're gonna be alright. Odds are we're gonna be alright for another night. Sure, things go wrong, but I'll take my chances. Odds are long, so why not play? sounds pretty frightening, but you know the chances are so small. Hit by the A train, crashed in an airplane, better chance you're gonna buy it at the mall. But somewhere in the world, someone is gonna fall in love by the end of this song. So get up, no, I'm never gonna let up, so you might as well sing along. Odds are that we will probably be alright. Odds are we're gonna be alright. Odds are we're gonna be alright tonight. Odds are that we will probably be alright. Odds are we're gonna be alright. Odds are we're gonna be alright tonight. Odds are that we will probably be alright. Odds are we're gonna be alright. Odds are we're gonna be alright tonight. Odds are that we will probably be alright. Odds are we're gonna be alright. Odds are we're gonna be alright for another night. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Woo!